Lucy Castaldo, and I'm the Executive Director of IS183 Art School in Stockbridge, Massachusetts. Like many of our cultural organizations and local businesses, we were saddened to close our doors due to the uncertainty around the novel coronavirus. So today, I'm coming to you from my home studio in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, to share a bit of art making. Whether you're a student in a local school that has just been closed, a teacher looking for some content to share with those students, or one of our students missing art class, I'm hoping that this is informative and exciting to you during this time. So today I'm going to share with you a printmaking technique. We're going to be making a collagraph. If you're a French speaker, you might know the word la colle, which means glue. There are many types of printmaking. You might be familiar with screen printing that you see all the time on t-shirts. You might be familiar with letterpress printing. But today we're using glue, la colle, to make our plate, which will be out of cardboard, which we'll be printing with. So we're using very basic materials. You can use just about anything because collagraphs are all about texture. So I created some cardboard triangles. I grabbed some bubble wrap, and you might recognize this. It's from a clementine bag. It's always a great texture in art making. I'm going to start by drawing a rectangle on my plate, which is what printmakers call the thing that you use to create your design and then you use for printing. I'm going to use first some of my little triangles, and I'm just using Elmer's glue. Again, this is a process that takes very basic materials. So I'm composing today an abstract design. You can do just about anything in making a collagraph. You could create a scene, an object, or you can just go abstract like we're doing today. So now we're going to get into textures. And I'm going to use this great clementine bag on top of what I've created so far. And what's important to remember when you're making a collagraph is that you want everything to be kind of equal height, because as you're printing it, if something is too low or something's much higher than something else, the thing that's the highest is what's going to print. So you'll lose that lower texture. So I'm going to put my clementine bag. I'm going to put my glue everywhere where I'm about to put this plastic, but to smooth it out, I'm going to use my glue brush. So now that my glue is smooth, I'm going to place my piece of plastic right on top. I'm pushing it down with my fingers. Then I'm going to use my brush to really push down that plastic. And I drew my rectangle to keep my design in a frame. So since I did that, I'm going to just trim my plastic so that it fits inside of my frame. All right, now for the bubble wrap. I cut out circles out of my bubble wrap. Since it's already a circular texture, I'm going to put a small one right up top and a larger one a little bit lower. So my plate is done. Now I need to let it dry fully. You can coat over your plate using Mod Podge, which you can find at any craft store, to seal your plate so that these objects kind of stay down more effectively. So I'm going to set this aside to dry. Ta-da! my plate's ready to print. And today I'm just using acrylic paint. You can also, of course, use printmaking ink. And I'm going to put a little puddle of my paint onto a surface that I can roll it out on. Today I'm just using cutting boards from the dollar store. I'm going to use a brayer to roll out my ink. And when you're rolling ink onto a brayer in all of printmaking, you want to roll in all different directions. So I'm going up and over, and I'm going diagonally in both directions. And I know I'm ready when my ink looks nice and even on my brayer. I'm then going to hold my plate down and ink right on top of my design. And you might see already, it doesn't cover everything in one go. So you're going to need to put more ink onto your brayer and go again in a different direction. All right, I think I'm ready to print. So in this printmaking technique, especially since we don't have a press and we're printing at home, I'm going to put my paper on top of my plate. So first I'll line it up just with the top edge of my plate and let it rest down. Hold it down. And then I'm just using the palm of my hand in a circular motion to make my print. So now we're going to pull our print. And there it is. I hope you enjoyed this today. Stay tuned for more artistic videos from IS183 over the next couple of weeks. Make art!